Let's look at a interest problem. Um, so this is kind of similar to the little bit trickier one we've done in class. So the story goes for this one is Lena wants to invest $93,000 to earn $10,500 in a year. She can invest in B-rated bonds, which pay a 14% interest, and she can also invest in stocks paying 8% interest. And we want to know how much she should invest in each so that she gets this interest of $10,500. So first we'll do an example of how things are kind of split up. So we got this huge chunk of money, and we're going to split it up into two piles. One pile we'll put into the B-rated bonds, and the other pile we'll put into the stocks. So that's what we're going to do in this little red box here. I'm going to draw an example. So what we'll do is, let's say we got $93,000, and then on this, we can pretend this round circle here is a table. One pile is going to have 60,000. So how much would the other one have? Well, we would have to take the 93,000 and subtract from it 60,000. And then we'll do kind of a similar idea for generically. Now if we do generically, we'll do that same table, and this time I don't know how much I'm going to invest in one, so I'm just going to say it's X, and then the other one, just like before, we're going to subtract X. We knew over in this example it was 60,000. Over here we're just going to call it X because I don't know how much I really want to put in either account. But the other amount will be 93 minus X. And so we'll say that the top part is the B-rated bonds and the other one is stocks. Okay. And so how I would find the interest earned is I just take, it's a simple interest problem. I take the principal, which is how much I'm depositing, and then multiply it by its interest as a decimal. So in one of them, well, I guess I'll write this first. B interest plus stock interest, and that's going to equal the amount we want, which is $10,500. So the B interest rate is 14%, and we're going to invest X into it. The other one is we're going to have an interest rate of 8%, and we're going to invest the rest of that $93,000 into it, and that is going to equal our total interest $10,500. So in red here I've underlined that we're going to use the distributive property. So just rewriting 0.14x plus, and I went ahead and multiplied and got 7440 minus 0.08x. So that's what I did when I did the distributive property. So the 0.08 times 93,000 was 7,440. 0.08 times x is 0.08x, and then that's going to be equal to the 10,500. We'll go ahead and combine our like terms. So it's going to be 0.06x plus 7,440 equals 10,500. And so what we did here is I subtracted the 7,440 from both sides, and then I went ahead and divided by 0.06. Okay, so I get a number that's X, and we got to remember what did X represent. X represented the B-rated bond, so that 51,000 there. How much should I put in the stocks? Well, I have to take that 51,000 away from the 93,000. So 93,000 minus 51,000, and that's going to equal 42,000, and that's in our stocks. Okay? And every problem is going to work the same way. You're going to have a big chunk of money, and you're going to split it up into two piles. One of them is going to be X, and the other one's going to be that total sum minus X. You'll have different percentages involved, and you might have a different interest involved, but they're very similar.